In previous class, I already explained that is fifth function of management, that is controlling. The control system, it's a very important for all kinds of organization. It does not matter the small or a middle or a low scale operation, but it required for all the kinds of organization. And also from the controlling system or from the controlling function, we are getting some advantages or some benefit, like we have that some limitations or disadvantages also. In this class we are learning the limitations of controlling. This topic you may expect for 4 marks in the examination. Let us learn the limitations or disadvantages or demerits of controlling. They have the 4 points. First point, it is difficulty in setting quantitative standards. Second one, little control on external factors. Point number 3, we have that resistance from employees. Fourth point, costly affair. Let us discuss one by one in detail. First one, difficulty in setting quantitative standards. The control system loses of its effectiveness when standards cannot be defined in quantitative terms. This makes measurement of performance, it's a very difficult task for the manager. That means when you have planned, you have set the standards, that standards has to give their best performance by the worker. On particular time, it is very difficult to measure that the standards in terms of quantitative. We can measure in terms of qualitative. When it comes the quantitative, it is a very difficult. From this quantitative, the control system, it loses its effectiveness. It is very difficult to measure. Even they have some areas, from that areas it is a very difficult to measure, like employee moral, job satisfaction, human behavior, or customer satisfaction. Like in these areas, it is a very difficult to measure that in quantitative standards. Even the organization, if they have set the standard like 5,000, the worker may give their best performance. Even it is very difficult to measure quantitative standard. One more example, the organization, they will going to give a package for a trip package to the employees, for employees. After the completing of tour or a trip, it is very difficult to measure in quantitative standards. Understood? Like the control system, it fails in to measure in quantitative standards. And next we have the second disadvantage, little control on external factors. You have already learned that the business environment, in that we have that internal environment or internal forces and external forces. Internal forces we can easily control because of these factors may arise within the organization, but the external factors, it is a very difficult to control, and also it is a very difficult for the manager or organization, because we cannot expect what may happen in the organization or what may happen in a future because of external factor. Here the control system, it fails or it is difficult to control these external factors, like government policies, that is political factors, government policies, technological changes, competition, even social factors. These are the examples for external factors. For one more example, like Flipkart, they are situated in India and also all over the world they are giving the services. Even if that in India, the worker, they may work more than the 8 hours. There is no restriction from the government. But in case of US, in US, the Flipkart, the worker may not work more than the 8 hours or 9 hours, because of they have put it that rules and regulation. The worker should not work more. It is very difficult to reach our standard. So The external factors the organization cannot control, but they can take a necessary precaution. But it is very difficult to control. It is the second disadvantage, little control on external factors. And point number 3, we have that resistance from employees. The control is often resisted by employees. They have seen that as a restriction on their freedom. Even in an organization, the management or the manager will put the restriction to an employee. They don't have a freedom to interact by one department with another department. Even because of if they have talked or if they have interacted, the workers may not reach their organizational goal. It may have that some defects or they may not concentrate. So that is the reason the organization or a managers, they will put a condition, terms or condition or rules and regulation for the employees. They should have the control under the manager or the organization. For example, even in a modern multinational companies, they will fix the CCTV cameras, because one employee should not go and should not interact to that another department, because they have that a less freedom for employees. It is called resistance from employees. In this picture, you will get a clear idea about that what is resistance of employee from employee. That is, they have put it that line. The employee should not cross their limits, because the employees, they are all under that management or manager. The employees, they don't have a freedom in their organization. But in informal organization, the employees, they can interact. They are giving that much and more importance to that social relationship. But here the social relationship is totally ignored. It is called resistance from employees. And the last but not the least is costly affair. That is, control is a costly affair as it involves a lot of expenditure, time, effort, and also this control system, it is not much suitable for a small enterprises, because they have to install more expensive machineries in their operation of a business. It cannot be happen in a small scale industries, because they have that less capital or a low capital, and also they are not depending big machineries or more machineries in an organization. But for the large scale operation, the control system, it have that more, it involves more cost, more time, more effort. If suppose example, you have that advantage, for that more than that advantage you have to invest. For example, I want to earn that 100 rupees profit, you have to invest more than that 100 rupees, you have to invest 200 rupees. See that what is that the amount you are invested in a controlling. Understood? That is, it may leads to costly affair. These are the advantages and disadvantages of controlling system or limitations of controlling system.